y'all? Kofi Kingston here, and I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks, depending on what that drink is, preferably non-alcoholic, you know?
How's it going? Celtic Warrior Shane.
Soda.
I would love to have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Maple syrup.
Fella.
I would never have a drink with Wrestling on the Rocks.
Here we go.
It's gonna be recording.
Boom, boom. Welcome to another episode of Wrestling on the Rocks, where every show is our first show, because we just can't get this right.
Live audience.
No, this is a live audience. We do. We're coming to you live from the dive bar of the IWC, coming to you from a real bar today. We're coming from Kettle Black, right? Here in Phoenix.
Sorry, good drink.
Yeah. Guys, thank you for coming through.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Everyone.
Cheers.
One love, man.
Kev, the other half of the Ironics.
Oh, you fucked it
No,
up.
I totally fucked up. Not used to a live studio audience. That's what's doing it for me.
It's the nerves.
Yeah, it's the nerves. It's the nerves.
Shake it off.
100%. What? Did you want to do, for SmackDown tonight, we're going to be there live, so if you see us, come say hello. Otherwise, we got Roman Reigns and John Cena get their final statements. Edge returns. We got Mysterio versus Jey Uso. It's everything that has been announced thus far. Kev, what are you excited about for SmackDown tonight?
John Cena. Roman Reigns.
No.
Yeah. Let's talk shit, and I want to hear more about Missionary.
What team? What team you on?
Yeah, you cargo
Cena.
shorts?
I'll probably be cargo shorts.
No. Yeah. You haven't worn pants in years, so it makes sense to me. No one else.
I prefer the jorts.
Dude, I got one friend who every time we talk about wrestling at all, he goes, but John Cena with the jorts, right? Like, it's just the only thing. But let's see, dude. Let's do a prediction show. Since we are doing this live from the bar, it's a little hard to tell when our battery will die or when we're going to lose connection. So what we're going to do is actually just run through the card real quick and give your predictions how we got here, what you think of the story so far and all that.
Sounds good.
Let's see. In no particular order, I like the listing we have here. So Raw Women's Championship, Nikki Ash, ASH versus Charlotte versus Rhea. Kev, who do you think is going to win, and what do you think about how we got here?
I think Nikki's going to win because they've been burying her, and I think they're trying to build her up, beating Charlotte and Rhea in a triple threat. I mean, she's lost a lot lately.
She's lost so much, and the only time she was beating them really before these was the fucking countdown challenge. You just couldn't beat me fast enough.
Yeah,
is her story. So I don't know. I think honestly, there's every reason to think they're putting it back on Charlotte. They've made her the focal point of everything that Nikki's doing, everything that Rhea's doing. I really want it to be Nikki. I really want it to be Nikki.
It's going to be Nikki.
I want it to be Nikki.
You want it to be Nikki? I'm way behind
Definitely
Nikki
not
right
Charlotte.
now.
This is her best character she's been doing since NXT.
I think you're just setting her up for failure.
That's my fear.
Do you want to tell them what he's saying?
What makes you think that they're setting her up for failure?
I don't think that image is going to last too long. You know what I mean? Like, it's great right now. It's not going to be great later.
I think that if you have almost a superhero character that is great right now, she can't forever not believe in herself. But you get a good solid win like this over both of them at once, and then she can stop being almost and start being like believable.
The universe is going to make it known. We need something.
I think all she needs is the confidence, and she needs the win to get that confidence. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, yell it out.
You know what? I respect Nikki character. I like it. It's creative. Her story. I mean, her character. I get it. It's just that I think Charlotte, is where she needs to be.
Yeah.
But I know she wants to still be the champion. So all the interference from this past week or last week, her proving herself. She's that. I like how Charlotte is just how has that character. So this is not like a superhero Marvel movie.
Like Charlotte
This
right
is
now,
real life.
If I had to compare Charlotte right now, she's like an NBA player moving without the ball. You know what I mean?
LeBron does that every game.
But Charlotte is the villain. Charlotte is the villain.
She's gonna
Yeah.
put you
You know what
over.
I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Like, she's gonna put people over. Like, so like in my mind, like it's Rhea Ripley.
You think it's gonna be Rhea?
Yeah.
I think it's always Charlotte.
You think it's gonna be
I
Charlotte?
got Rhea.
Rhea. I'm okay with Rhea.
I respect
I
Nikki.
got Rhea, and only for
Yeah,
that
Ripley?
reason.
I think Rhea's title reign she had was so lackluster. I don't know that they're excited to put it back on her until she's her character even also doesn't make sense right now. She makes less sense than
Yeah.
Nikki.
Right.
Yeah.
Nikki's like
She's
a
defined.
From when she went from NXT to now, she changed it so
Yeah,
much.
they want to
She
make
makes
her
the title
face too,
matter.
right?
yeah.
Or the writers or Vince changed it. Changed her character. Change her character, which they should have kept her
Want another
character
one?
on Raw.
Yeah.
They should have kept her character on Raw. She would have been dominating. But since Vince or the writers are changing her character, they're making her laugh more.
Right.
So because you can see how she's nervous of talking.
Yes.
So I'm
Yes.
like, she would be a beast right now if she would be the same way.
She could be, but with that even in mind, the idea that Rhea's being shaken by a difference in character. The only two people in the story right now who are confident in their character is Charlotte and Nikki. So until Rhea's got her footing in that confidence, I don't want her as a champion right now. Nikki, being the ultimate underdog, needs the win to solidify her as an underdog that's winning. You know what I mean?
And I just don't want to see another title on Charlotte. One more closer to her dad and stuff. Like, I don't want to see that.
Well, that's eventually going to be the
Yeah.
That's going to be the story.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Personally, I think she had less than Charlotte win any more titles.
Yeah,
For me,
for sure.
she's already at her max. Right? They're
Me
going to
too.
give her some more titles, and
Yeah.
I think she's at her max now.
I
do
agree.
too.
You just can't be really biased about the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Charlotte is the queen.
Yeah, she's the greatest.
Yeah, she is. She's amazing.
And Nikki is deserving of it. But like, I don't know. I think Rhea will find a way. She'll get better with time.
She will. I think in another year or two, Rhea's going to be the next, the go-to. Yeah,
She'll
what
be
she
like
was in NXT.
Bianca eventually.
But even when you think about NXT, her last year in NXT was not great. You know? She got really shook after it was that whole champion in the chase and a villain in success. Like, she was a champion up until she got it. Once she got that title, it was kind of all downhill from there. Like, she doesn't know how to maintain, and she'll get there, I think.
All right,
That's big.
what else you got?
Let's see. Well, next up we got SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. Do you think they put this one back on Sasha? Do you think they keep it on Bianca for a while? Bianca's been champion, 100 and plus days
I
at
don't
this
know.
point?
You're going to have another celebration about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, they got more balloons.
But, no, I think they're going to keep it on Bianca. Let it ride it out. I think it's too soon to give it back to Charlotte. I mean, Sasha. Both of them.
Yeah. If Charlotte wins it, I want Big E to cash in on Charlotte. What were you going to say?
I'm wondering if they'll pull a twist at the end where maybe Sasha loses, but then Liv runs in, and then you start a whole new storyline with Liv and Bianca. I don't know. I'm kind of just wondering how they're gonna swap it off.
I think tonight we're going to get a better idea. I think it's SmackDown. Because last week we had Sasha and her cronies beat the shite out of Bianca, I think this week we're going to see an answer to that, and it's going to give us a better idea. Does Liv come out and help Bianca? Who's got Bianca's back? You know what I mean? If you're such a big babyface, if everyone loves you, if you're such a big,
Montez.
important champion,
He's got her back.
A woman. Which woman on
Yeah.
the roster?
yeah,
Montez.
if you're supposed to be the locker room
She's got
leader,
her back.
yeah, Montez. If she's the locker room leader, then why is nobody coming out to help her? So I think tonight we're going to get a better feeling if they're going to move forward with Bianca or not, to be honest. I just wonder, with Bianca, I don't know who's next other than just doing like the old Monster of the Month, where I think that with Sasha there's enough story there that can be a little more exciting to walk into.
Yeah.
So I think it really could go either way, to be honest.
I mean, it might be more interesting because I think Bianca having the belt, she's kind of just sat on it and not
Are they
done
even gonna
anything.
fight? What? Aren't they in hot water?
No, they're not in hot water. They like missed a flight or some shit. They're fine. Yeah. They didn't show up to one live event. I don't care about that. I didn't have tickets. Not my live event. But they both have posted online since then, them working out and stuff. I don't have any reason to believe that they're not going to be there. I have every reason to believe they're going to be here tonight. I think we're going to see something.
Who?
Sasha and Bianca.
Tonight?
I think we're going to see them tonight. I don't think they're going to fight tonight.
There's no way. There's no way you're going to both in the same arena right before SummerSlam and they don't do some sort of fight.
That's
There
just
will-
it, but there's going to be Bianca's going to need help. Last week, Sasha had 2 cronies. Bianca's going to need to come up with some people behind her to show that she's a locker room leader that people are behind. That's what we're going to see tonight.
Shotzi and
Either
Knox.
either way, there will be bare feet because someone in the back really likes feet.
That's true. Head writer, also a big fan
Every
of Wiki
week.
Feet. Every week, try to
Every
figure out how to
week.
get bare feet on that show. There's no way they don't have stock in Wiki Feet. There's just not. Smackdown, bare feet every week. Look it up. I'm telling you, one of their head. I bet you Bruce Pritchard himself is a major investor in Wiki Feet. It's the only thing that makes sense to me.
That's a good slogan. Wiki feet.
With the man all of a sudden
Somebody at SmackDown definitely does. Well, let's keep going.
Jordan or Jordan? That's what I'm
Um,
You might understood.
I mean, big fans here at Kettle Black. Definitely come check it out. Every drink here is special. Let's see, WWE Championship match: Bobby Lashley versus Goldberg. Do you think that they solidify Bobby Lashley here? Do you think they put it on Goldberg and have Big E come out and make a stink of it?
I think Big E's gonna make a stink of it either way.
Yeah.
I think I'm not even sure you'll get a winner between Goldberg and Lashley, which might prolong their match. Hey, we never had a clear-cut finish. Let's do it at Mania or whatever.
Yeah.
But I do think Big E comes in on this one.
I think so.
I can totally see Goldberg winning this one, and then Big E getting his wish,
His
Yep.
comeuppance.
his comeuppance.
Well, that's
Because
just it.
that's his dream match, Goldberg, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
like, what better way to do it than to cash in, put on a 2 or 3 minute, like, fest.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just
Or
change titles really quick.
or Goldberg gets it and Big E pulls a Cena and says, "I'm cashing in at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Me versus you."
Yeah. Or whatever's next after this one. I mean, I could see that too. If it weren't for Big E and talking about the dream match against Goldberg, I would say this is definitely going back to Lashley. This is here to make Lashley look even bigger and stronger. Big E with that Money in the Bank and him constantly talking about how his dream match is against Goldberg really makes it seem like we could see something here, especially how much they've been teasing Big E against Roman Reigns at the back of SmackDown every week. I think that is
And
a
Goldberg's
red
never,
herring.
Goldberg's never held the actual WWE title, right?
He's held the Universal several times.
But he's never held, and then he's held the heavyweight title. He's never held the actual, so.
Correct.
You're like killing 2 birds with 1 stone at one event.
You'd be killing a lot of birds with that stone. Yeah. A lot of dead birds. I think Big E's
Someone's
going
death
to
Feathers everywhere.
Yeah. I think that ultimately, if it weren't for Big E, this would be an easy call. Big E being who he is,
Fucked it up.
fucked it up.
How does he get the briefcase back?
How does Big E get the briefcase? That's from Corbin. He offers him $10 and gets it back. Corbin just needs money.
Is the briefcase on eBay right now?
$1,000. He needs $1,000. Is what he
He
said.
needs 100,000.
He needs like 100,000 or something like that.
Yeah. I think
Check eBay. Briefcase on eBay.
I really was hoping that if you went to that GoFund Baron Corbin
Yeah,
link that they
site.
put up that was the picture, I was hoping next to it they would have a for sale with the Money in the Bank briefcase with no purchasable button.
Yeah, I was hoping that Corbin comes up on money, and then since SummerSlam's in Vegas, he puts it all on black and
Oh my
loses.
god.
Yeah,
That would be so funny.
actually puts the Money in the Bank contract on the table on black, and then they just scoop it up with their chips.
Or he puts a little bit on red and black. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna win either way," and lands on green.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's keep it going. Let's see. We got Universal Championship match: Roman Reigns versus John Cena. Do you think Cena's here to put over Roman again? Because the thing I find most interesting about the story right now is they have neglected to mention that like 2 or 3 years ago, Cena came back, did a run where he put over Shinsuke and Roman. He's lost to Roman like twice before, and they're not talking about it. They're pretending it never happened because it didn't work. Which I think is really funny. Do you think this is the time that it works, or do you think this is the way they get the title off of Roman to get a little bit of fresh life in that character? Does that character desperately need the Universal Championship?
I think it needs a Universal Champion. If not, we have Baron 2.0 and Roman. He's going to be lost. He's not going to know what to do. And the summer of Cena ends at SummerSlam.
The night after SummerSlam.
So then Big E cashes in on John Cena.
Maybe. Or Cena loses to Finn Balor the night after. Now you got Finn Balor Universal Championship again. You know what I mean?
But how shitty would it be if... Well, night after's on Raw, so Finn Balor wouldn't be there.
He's got like Raw and SmackDown. He's got like the next week.
Oh, we've only used one of the 4 wild cards, right? Of the year?
Oh yeah.
Or maybe 2?
Yeah.
That's still fake.
Invitational, they call it now.
Yeah. But how shitty would it be for a 17th championship reign to be one day?
Well, that's kind of how he did it with the 16.
Yeah.
He had it for a month. You know what I mean? And look at Charlotte. You want to talk about how many championship reigns? She's had less championship reigns longer than a month than otherwise. Most of her championship reigns have been less than a month. Furthermore, like a third of them have been less than a week.
See, I'm wondering if, with that going back to Charlotte, remember how they always used to say with Flair, well, he's 16-time champion, but he also lost it 16 times.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're going to bring that up with Charlotte.
Someone's got to. Zelina will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also Flair has had more substantial reigns
Yes.
than Charlotte's ever had.
Oh, yeah.
Most of his reigns were years plus.
Yeah.
They were months and months and months. Most of her reigns were just to get that little tally going. It's really obvious.
Yep. Another one? And another one.
Take it off her.
I mean, that was the whole thing when Bayley got the title off of her with Money in the Bank. She had it for like all of a minute and a half, and it was like, oh, that's just so she can have another title reign, and we can move it over to Bayley without Becky taking a pin. It was all like, oh, did it have to be Charlotte? I guess maybe. But it helped with that number.
It's Charlotte.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it could go either way, but after Roman, let's say Roman wins. What's next for Roman? Do you go straight into Finn Balor, or is it more interesting if Finn Balor gets the title off of Cena and Roman's going after Balor because you have my fucking title?
Sorry. I still think they're building up to Rock and Roman.
Yeah,
So I think keeping it on Roman the whole time. I'm the longest reigning champion in the family's history. And then you hear, if you smell.
Yeah, that could be. That could be. I do think it would work if he was 2-time, and I do think it would work if he dominated Finn Balor to get it back.
No, don't do Finn dirty like that.
Yeah, don't do Finn dirty. Don't do him dirty like that.
You don't want to see Finn get smashed?
Oh, as producer in the pretzel.
Yeah.
Hell.
Plugged.
Stop.
All right. We'll see. We'll see tonight. We're going to see a face-to-face with Roman and John Cena. I'm excited about that. I'm really excited about that. Nose to nose.
Sword versus sword.
Sword versus sword. The smashes here. Let's see. After that, let's keep going. Raw Tag Team Championship: AJ Styles and Omos versus Randy Orton and Riddle.
It's got to be Randy and Riddle. Because as much as I like AJ and Omos haven't really done anything with him. They've been kind of lackluster, just holding it. The crowd's behind AJ and Riddle, and it's a classic partners that don't like each other. Or one doesn't like each other. One.
Odd couple.
Yeah, but so is AJ and Omos. I mean, they're all odd couples. There's no actual tags in Raw. The New Day's the only tag team there.
Wait, I mean, they have
Are they a
like,
tag
they have
team?
like their own routine.
The Viking Raiders? When was the last time you saw them?
But
2
they're
weeks
wrong,
ago?
right? They're wrong.
Yeah, probably. I haven't been there.
Yeah, didn't Eric get a singles victory over AJ a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago?
Oh yeah, and then they just disappeared again. Yeah, I don't know, man. The Raw Tag Team Championships, it's almost like. I think I agree with you though. It's got to go Orton and Riddle just because
It's what the crowd wants.
it's what the crowd wants to see, and then you can have them go through some other hodgepodge people and eventually drop it to Viking Raiders and put them over again. That could be cool. Let's see. Let's keep going. SmackDown Tag Team Championship. Jimmy and Jey Uso against the Mysterios, Rey and Dominic. Do you think that Rey and Dominic get it back, or do you think that the Usos solidify themselves in this position?
I don't know. To me, this is one of the bigger toss-ups.
This is a big toss-up.
Like, I would like to see Ray and Dom, but at the same time, they are building towards that little friction.
Yeah.
And dad versus son at WrestleMania, you can build it there. I know it's a long way away, but
It is.
I don't want to say career versus career because Dominic would be stupid to wager his career on Ray's, but
Make it career versus mask.
Yeah, that could be his ending.
You know what I mean?
It's both.
Well, yeah, but hey, if you win, you keep going. If I win, I'm taking your mask. And it's the end of your career. And I don the mask and become Dominic Rey Mysterio Jr. the Third. Guerrero. With that in mind, actually, I really like the idea of the Usos maintaining, but Rey and Dominic starting to have a bit of a clash. Start that friction now, because this whole turn on doesn't make sense until there's a reason for them to turn. Ray has to cost them something. So Ray needs to cost them this match. Because we also seen in the past couple weeks Ray being more vocal in the match, do this, do that. He needs to start giving bad advice, and Dominic needs to start getting frustrated.
And he pushed his son.
And he pushed him. But who hasn't pushed their son?
Not me.
That's a good point. Say that every time.
I just punched him. A little bunny foo-foo.
Let's see. United States Championship, Sheamus versus Damian Priest. It's definitely going to Priest, right?
I think so. I mean, I love Ice Ice Sheamus, but I think Priest needs it. Like, after Bad Bunny left, he was moneyless. Not like he was up there with playmates.
And there's enough people who are gunning after Sheamus that you could put in there with Damian Priest so Damian can get away from Miz and Morrison.
Yeah.
You got Humberto, you got Ricochet, you still got Sheamus. You can get Damian Priest in a series of matches that mean something and away from Morrison or Miz entirely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you go Damian Priest.
No, I would, and I would like to see Damian Priest get it.
Yeah.
You know, plus, after party videos, that would be great. Just too. Isn't that boring?
She hates this show, dude.
That bad.
100%.
We have a show to get to. I need some rest.
We're in a live park. She's falling
Yeah,
asleep. She's not drunk. She's just tired.
Yes, you're just tired of our shit.
Always.
Sheamus, I think you made Sheamus this strong to put over Damian Priest to this SummerSlam. That's the reason Sheamus has been this strong. Plus, he's brutal. Plus, they're going to put on a great match. It's awesome.
And then you get McIntyre and Sheamus as a tag team.
Sure.
The sword and the mask.
The mask and the sword. Edge versus.
That's an interesting point, though. Could you do that?
What?
Could you put Sheamus up with McIntyre as a tag team eventually?
Yeah,
It's like
100%.
an odd couple, kind of like, not odd couple, but he like Cesaro and Sheamus.
Call them the best friends.
But better.
But better.
Actual best friends.
Better best friends.
Yeah, the best friends.
And then poor Ginger's over there.
Yeah.
I wore a kilt at your fucking wedding.
Yeah. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre come out as the two-man band. Jinder's like, what the fuck was that?
That was literally my thing. But then you have the return of Heath Slater.
Yeah. Heath Slater comes back. And then they're the other two-man band, Jinder and Heath Slater. The new two-man band.
What is it called when bands go up against each other?
Battle of the Bands.
Battle of the Bands. There
Battle of
you
the
go.
Bands. Yep. What do you think about Edge versus Seth Rollins?
I don't like it.
I don't like it one bit.
What?
I'm just kidding. I think it's going to be great. It might steal the show.
It's gonna be hell of a match.
There's a real good chance this steals the show in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna happen is that we're not even gonna expect it, and that's just gonna be like the talk of the day, the night.
When Edge came back, that was like number 1 or number 2 of everyone's dream match. Can you imagine Edge and Seth Rollins?
I
Was it
wonder
a
if Edge goes for the spear and Rollins hits him with the blackout. Kirk Summer and all that.
You want Edge to miss a spear and then get stomped in the head?
Yeah.
The timing of that could only be done by those two guys.
Yeah,
exactly. Case closed, Your Honor.
Yeah, Seth kind of has to win it, right?
I don't know. It depends on the tour of Edge.
Yeah, what's next for Edge if he wins or loses? I think Seth has to do it because if Cena doesn't beat Roman, then Seth needs to win this so he can go after Roman for the title.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's important for Seth to win it, put himself in that picture.
Yep. But it's important for Edge to win it because he's got to still seem relevant and a threat. That's what I'm saying. It's a toss-up.
No, I think Edge can take the loss.
Me too.
Yeah. He's not going to lose anything.
No.
But plus, I think it's going to set up another TLC match, or a TLC match with Edge and Seth. I think this is the beginning.
So it's not even ended.
Yeah.
So ATLC. Well, the tables, ladders, chairs. What's the A?
Asshole.
Assholes, tables, ladders, chairs. That makes sense. Smash.
Smack them. Found them, stack them, and get it in here.
Let's see. Drew McIntyre versus Jinder Mahal. Shanky and Veer barred from ringside.
I mean, this is the match of the night for me. Any Jinder Mahal match is the match of the night.
That's just it. Is
Putting all my chips on Jinder.
Yeah, just everything on Jinder.
as much as I want to sit there and cheer for Jinder, knowing full well this is going to Drew for some dumbass reason, I will be in the bathroom and at concessions during this match. There is no chance I'm sitting through this match just to watch Drew McIntyre be a dick.
But then watch Jinder turn around and get the win. I'm not expecting it. Just how he won the title too. Like,
Yeah, with a Stone Cold Stunner.
It's definitely a beer break match. Probably on the pre-show.
I hope
But
it's on the pre-show.
they're not going to put Drew on the pre-show. Never. I
No.
retract my previous statement.
Yeah.
But I want Veer and Shanky to steal Angela. Hold her ransom.
I want them to keister Angela. Angela is the name of his sword.
Named after his mother.
Yeah, so
Favorite heirloom.
Wait, isn't it Vince's sword though?
it's Vince's
Yes,
sword named
that's
after
correct.
Drew's mom, which is
Yes.
a family heirloom that Sheamus gave to Drew, which was a replica up until Jinder broke it, and now it's the real one.
Wait. Is
Makes
Vince
no
Drew's
sense.
dad?
Vince is Drew's dad.
Oh,
That's where
wow.
it goes.
That's some deep lore,
Yeah.
actually.
That's how
I'm
this.
impressed, WWE.
Yeah, that's about long-term booking.
Yeah.
Actually, to be honest, the next match, the last match we have listed here, I'm actually way more excited about than Drew and Jinder in every way. That's Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie with Dewdrop.
You can't
I have no
forget
idea.
Lily.
So what?
Can't forget Lily.
Lily's not listed. I don't know if she's allowed ringside.
Shit's gonna happen.
Do you think she's gonna blow a kiss this time instead of just wink?
Yes. But she's gonna get lowered down on the cable like Sting used to.
She does the HBK entrance on the zip line.
It's gonna be like a shark cage match.
Yeah. Lily in the shark cage.
Yeah.
With the dog kennel. Those
Yeah.
little tiny dog kennels.
So is this gonna be? So it's gonna be one of those things where again, Eva gets out of the match, right? And has Dewdrop before her.
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
I haven't seen any film.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. The idea of like, oh, I can't. Dewdrop's gonna do it.
Oh, the whole faking injury. Oh, card
Or-
subject to change.
Or wardrobe failure or something like that she's done before.
Every time she's out there, I think there's gonna be a wardrobe failure.
Yeah.
Dude, her zipper straight up busted in the middle of a match a couple weeks ago, and they just went with it. They kept going. I was like, that's interesting. I might have, yeah. But I don't know. Do you like? You could, but this run of her, she hasn't weaseled out of very many matches. She has been bossing around Dewdrop like crazy, but I don't see her putting this one over to Dewdrop. I feel like she's gonna do something. I think it's gonna be it's not gonna be a regular match.
No. I think Alexa does her Jedi mind tricks and makes Dewdrop slap Eva.
Oh. And then you can go from there where Eva Marie's like, how could you do that? Or like, I can't believe she took control of your mind. And Dewdrop's like, she didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't.
Yeah.
No.
That was all me, bitch.
Well, I don't even have such short of a show, to be honest. I don't have anything else really to talk about in general. We're just excited to be here. We're excited to be in town. We're excited that Kettle Black put us up here in the afternoon where we can bring the dive bar to a real bar.
Yeah.
Kettle Black here in Phoenix.
And it's a great bar.
It's a fantastic bar.
Good
Great
food.
drinks. Great food. We had their wings, we had their turkey burger, we had pretzels. We've done the whole thing.
I don't know if it's still on the menu, but they used to have chorizo and muscle.
Yeah, they do.
They do, yeah. Still on there. So if you're in Phoenix and nearby, definitely go to Kettle Black and check them out. Kev, is there anything else you want to throw out there? Or are you ready for the last call?
I was just going to say Kettle Black is on 1 North 1st Street.
That's an easy ass. Easy.
Phoenix, Arizona. Sorry, not Tucson.
Yeah.
We're from Tucson.
Yeah. 1 North 1st Street. Just ones, man. Just follow the ones. Guys, this show has been brought to you by Kettle Black, but also by New Wave Flow State Coffee. Go to newwave.co and OOWAVE.co and put in promo code CHEERS to get an additional 10% off whatever ongoing sales they have going. So, guys, I think I'm ready to get to the show. I'm ready for the last call because I can't wait to be there when Cena comes out and talks about how good Missionary can be and then shows us all.
You just gotta do it.
I mean,
Yeah, let's do it right. Yep. Awesome.
I've never complained.
I'm good.
They
right
might
now.
have, but I've never.
Yeah. I don't mind. They hate it, but you know what?
Action is action.
Yeah.
That's my motto.
Guys, thank you for coming in and joining us here at the dive bar of the IWC in a real bar of Phoenix, Arizona. We are WOTR the show. I am at Ref Marsh. This is at Kevlar on the Rocks with an X. And we are the Ironics.
My X is a little bigger than that.
Really? Not from what I've
You
heard.
gotta put the ring finger. There you go.
That's accurate. That's accurate. Guys, join us next week when we come back to you and tell you how it all went and break it down from the live right here at the Dive Bar of IWC. Guys, that's the last call.
Cheers.
Hey, producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support us or buy us a drink by following and putting the I in subscribe on Twitch. Or subscribe and review our podcast on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to us. Cheers!
I would never have a drink with wrestling on the rocks.